There's nothing like building rows of upgraded towers, creating these epic choke points as you destroy waves of enemies that come your way. Tower defense games are so addictive, and coming up I'll be showcasing the best new releases and titles coming out soon that need to be on your radar. From tower defense, base defense, as well as hybrids that are changing up the classic formula, plus there's even a free game that might be my most played game on the list, but which one is right for you? Well, what about Dawn of Defense? This one hit me right in the nostalgia. It blends RTS with roguelike progression in a way that looks like someone had been spending some time in those Warcraft 3 custom tower defense maps and thought, well, will people still play something like this? You lead your tribe against the Imperium Aeternum, which sounds like a bone located somewhere on your spine, on this hex grid map, building resources and towers in brutal narrow trenches. You need to reclaim the surrounding regions to expand your territory, manage heroes, and even control your own little army. I enjoy the look of the game too, and with all those bridges, it reminds me if I had to play as Bridge 4 on the Stormlight Archive, Paladin Stormblessed, here we come. It's targeting a release at the end of the year, so keep it on your radar if you miss that classic RTS tower defense style hybrid feel. And if you don't want to miss other content like this, please leave a like or even subscribe to find more gaming goodness. Then comes Table Tactics, where I think the devs might be onto something here. Hear me out. It's a turn-based physics strategy game that turns a kitchen table into a battlefield where the damage numbers are replaced with things that are actually falling over. If you used to flick bottle caps at each other as kids, well, I still do that, but it's not the point. Well, this one is built for you. There aren't no health bars. Yeah, you heard me. Victory is decided by weight and momentum, and of course those crashing sounds you'll definitely be making with your mouth as you play. You'll use marble shooters, arrow fingers, and hook pullers to physically knock enemies down and off the table. So yes, if this doesn't come out in VR, devs, what are you even doing over there? On top of the campaign, it features local co-op and PvP for up to 4 players, a rare treat these days if you actually have friends who want to sit in the same room as you. No set release date yet, but the demo might be still out, and it's easily one of the most terrific tactile titles on the horizon for this year. From there we go to Frontier Paladin, where it aims to capture the attention of people wanting a bit more hands-on action. Defenses go up, and I see some good looking choke points here along with traps, turrets, and barricades. But then you are controlling this paladin called Titus, and you get to join in on the battles. It's a bit like Orcs Must Die, but the devs are claiming it'll come with RPG style gameplay, where you can upgrade Titus with new abilities and weapons, and I have to say, the combat is looking pretty awesome, and I can't wait to see more. I mean, just look at some of this action. Apparently, the devs are also saying it's going to come with Souls-like gameplay, which, yeah, makes me want to do a little throw up in my mouth every time I hear that. I guess because you can parry, dodge, and the types of upgrades you get, and oh, there's a table in this place that goes off in different directions. I mean, what else do you need? There seems to be some extra mechanics too, like recruiting new members to join you, as well as these puzzle-like artifacts to find hidden secrets. Set to release in March, Frontier Paladin is for someone wanting some tower defense action, but also wants to get in on the action and roam around this place. And then for my viewers out there who enjoy their incremental games, Warden is this dark, high-stakes, and atmospheric incremental tower defense roguelite that transforms you into a powerful guardian defending the last light against the relentless red gaze hordes. It features this power fantasy progression system where you evolve from a fragile defender into an unstoppable force, utilizing a massive branching skill tree to unlock overpowered abilities and devastating synergies. The gameplay emphasizes active participation over passive watching, while choosing between distinct ranger or melee classes to personally tear down those boss tier threats. And to me, the pixel art visuals look brilliant. Warden is aiming for a March 2026 release with a playable demo out now for those eager to test it out. So if you enjoy the numbers go up kind of mechanics of Vampire Survivors and want it in a tower defense kind of situation, maybe go check out Warden today. So, fun fact, I found most of these games on the Tower Defense subreddit, and I'm glad I did, else I wouldn't have found this potential gem. Hextalia is a vibrant, cartoony tower defense game set in a magical tabletop world where you'll need to create the ultimate death maze. Yes, that means instead of following preset routes, you must build walls and manipulate the hex grid in order to forge your own paths and funnel enemies into your kill zones. The gameplay emphasizes limitless build variety and synergy. This allows you to combine a complex skill tree with gems, runes, and relics to adapt to dynamic enemies, that evolve and gain resistances as the game progresses. Hextalia is set for a release sometime this year, with a playable demo if you want to test it out. It's a great choice if you want the intricate maze building of the old school Warcraft 3 days, and you just want something a little bit more different. And then next, I thought this game was just a 4x4 exploration game, driving over this wasteland and upgrading your vehicle like its specific drive. However, Garbage Country is going a little different. It's going for two gameplay mechanics. First is a post-industrial exploration sim game, but then it's also going to be this tower defense, so it's a bit of a hybrid. You'll be piloting a blocky 4x4 across a handcrafted wasteland to uncover the quiet mysteries of this decaying world. It features a unique loop of physics-based vehicle platforming where you must upgrade your truck with big bouncy tires and whatever else you need to reach forgotten landmarks. But then this is mixed with tense grid-based defensive battles against swarm of derelict bots. Something else is that the developer Noio is the same creator behind the Kingdom series, so this one might have a lot of potential. Garbage Country is currently going for a 2026 release, and it's a great choice if you enjoy the meditative atmosphere of Pacific Drive blended with some minimal high-stakes strategy of tower defense games. And then for a tower defense game that simplifies the towers down to these vibrant, colorful tiles, then up next is Tile Tactics. This is a roguelike game where everything is a physical tile. You want to upgrade a tower or two? Just place an upgrade tile next to them. So instead of traditional leveling, you must strategically place physical upgrade tiles adjacent to your towers to boost their power, creating complex spatial synergies across a fully destructible pixel art grid. I love the retro arcadey feel to it as well. It feels a bit like Vampire Survivors in a way, and there's also some luck baked into the game as well. It features the slot machine drafting mechanic where you have to roll for your arsenal, forcing you to adapt to the luck of the draw or spend resources to hit the jackpot. Between the waves, you'll be exploring procedurally generated maps, using explosives through the terrain to uncover hidden secrets, tiles, and resources. Tile Tactics is aiming for release in the second quarter of this year, so keep it on your radar if you enjoy this retro feel and you want it in a tower defense setting. And then for an interesting title that blends in elements of Dungeon Keeper, Orcs Must Die, and Evil Genius. MINOS is the stylish maze-building roguelike where you must reimagine the Greek myth from the perspective of the Minotaur, defending your sanctuary against waves of fame-seeking adventurers. Yes, that's right, if you ever felt bad for the guy, well, let's face it, he really got the bad end of the stick. So now you get to drag walls, gates, and shifting corridors into place, creating a complex gauntlet designed to split up, confuse, and eliminate intruders before they reach your lair. The core defense lies in chain reactions of death, where you must link pressure plates to intricate sequences of spikes, boulders, and flame traps to annihilate heroes just as they think they've made progress. While you can step in as the Minotaur to clean up the stragglers, the strategy focuses on outsmarting enemies through maze design and lethal automation that evolves with every run. It's being published by Devolver Digital and developed by Artificer, the team behind Showgunners, which has me interested, and the game is aiming for a spring release sometime this year. So check it out if you want to change up your tower defense genre and want something a little bit different. Oh look everyone, it's Hostile Mars, a game that's release date has been postponed more times than my actual birth. But still, I have hope. Hostile Mars is this futuristic and expansive factory building and action tower defense hybrid where you must engineer complex automated supply chains in order to fund a high-stakes war against thousands of encroaching drones. It features this huge upgrade system that lets you scale everything from simple laser turrets to ridiculously sized cannons, paired with a massive army of delivery bots that scavenge materials from fallen enemies to keep your ammo bins full. The gameplay revolves around strategic base management, requiring you to carefully place walls, traps, and energy reactors to protect your core from the overwhelming enemies that are swarming and coming your way. What's more, it's coming with co-op, something I crave in base defense games. Then between battles, you'll get to explore the open world of Mars to discover hidden technology and new resources to further strengthen your mechanical fortress. And yes, we know it's going to release sometime in the future, maybe by the time we actually get to Mars, but hey, who knows, when it does come out, it looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. Then during the Steam Next Fest, this one caught my eye and I thought I'd place it here. Here Comes the Swarm, doo-doo-doo-doo. Is this intense swarm defense game where you'll manage a fragile settlement while fending off thousands of chittering, hive-minded aliens or whatever the hell these things are. It comes with a real-time with pause mechanic, allowing you to carefully plan your base layout, manage resources, and issue unit commands without being overwhelmed by the relentless speed of the hordes. In the game, you'll be focusing on strategic expansion and divine intervention as you choose between deities to gain powerful blessings and unlock essential nodes that permanently upgrade your defenses through an expansive meta progression tree. Beyond just defending your base, you'll also go on these mini expeditions to try and uncover secrets and take down the swarm from the outside. Here Comes the Swarm is set to launch in early access sometime in March, and could be a great choice if you enjoy those wave defense games like They Are Billions and want something a little different. We're at the halfway mark, and if you're still here and you're enjoying my recommendations, maybe leave a like or even subscribe to find more tower defense hidden gems. Speaking of They Are Billions, Repterra aims to have a similar feel, but you're in Jurassic Park. This is an intense base building survival real-time strategy where you'll lead humanity's desperate attempt to reclaim a world completely overrun by millions of prehistoric dinosaurs. It features a unique creature interaction system that allows you to not only build sprawling fortifications and production lines, but also to tame, breed, and even ride dinosaurs into battle, which is something we all want to do secretly. One thing that really stands out in this game though is its staggering scale, as the engine supports over 100,000 dinosaurs simultaneously. That's a lot of dinos. Between missions, you'll get to invest in permanent meta progression and unlock new perks, maps, and shop items to bolster your survival chances. I enjoyed the demo during the Steam Next Fest, and those voices, they were hilarious, and the gameplay is very intense as well. Set to release in April this year, Repterra is a great choice if you enjoy the massive scale horde defense of games like There Are Billions, except you want dinosaurs all day, every day. Now, if this video is making you drowsy, don't worry, as today's sponsor is Manta Sleep. I feel like now that I'm in my 30s, prioritizing good sleep has become so important to me, and maybe for others out there too. I've been using the Manta Sound Sleep Mask, which has got these little built-in Bluetooth speakers, so I'll just put on my favorite podcast or audiobook and I'm back to sleep in no time. Plus it lets in no light, it's adjustable, it's breathable, and it feels super premium, like I'm snoozing in first class. There are other versions to choose from too, and Manta Sleep even have their own pro nap movement, which is all about staying healthy through better rest and regular naps. Check them out in the link below and use the code DISTRACTED10 for 10% off. But what about mobile-based defense games? Anyone here remember Agar.io, that game where you play as a circle and you consume smaller circles and you get slowly bigger? Damn, I miss that game. Think of that, but you're a castle with turrets and archers and a ram, and my gosh, this game is a blast. Wanderburg is a minimalist, physics-driven, and profoundly silly medieval action roguelike where you command a literal castle on wheels with a gaping mouth that just devours everything in its path, requiring you to master slick maneuvers while managing a modular arsenal of cannons, wizard towers, and archers just all over the place. So like I said, the game focuses on this consume to grow loop that's inspired by Agar.io, where you'll be swallowing trees and sheep and farms and whatever else you can to physically expand your mobile strongholds to get new abilities in this Vampire Survivors-like progression system. Wanderburg is currently aiming for a 2026 release with a demo out now that is so much fun to play. I highly recommend it. So if you've ever questioned what it'll be like if Howl's Moving Castle was like, hell yeah, let's just go crazy, well, this might be the game for you. Now, it's not often I find a blend of genres so bizarre that I instantly have to try it out. Like, I never thought a tower defense and restaurant tycoon combo would be a thing, but here we are. Midwest 90 Rapid City is a unique, narrative-driven and gritty restaurant tycoon/survival horror hybrid that's set in a small American town in the 1990s during a monster apocalypse. It features a morbidly creative culinary management system where you must research and serve dishes made from harvested monster meat, balancing the books while keeping your customers fed and alive. Such an interesting game that blends isometric shopkeeping with tower defense elements, requiring you to set traps around your establishment to fend off unpredictable attacks from supernatural creatures like the Wendigos and zombies and whatever else will come your way. Then beyond the kitchen, you're faced with some heavy consequences where you can prioritize pure profit by spiking meals with dangerous substances to increase potency at the risk of turning your patrons into monsters, or you can just work to save the community of Rapid City. Choice is yours. No release date yet, but there is a demo out for you to try. It's weird, guys, it's very weird. But hey, if you enjoy management games and you want some tower defense action on the side, Midwest 90 Rapid City might just be for you. And then back to the classic tower defense games, here we have Axom Conquest. It's said to be a futuristic and explosive tower defense roguelite where you build and expand a sprawling industrial fortress on a hostile alien homeworld in order to protect the massive Nexus drill. It features this interesting relentless escalation system where physics-driven alien swarms must climb over each other to scale your walls. It sounds terrifying. This is paired with a dynamic corruption mechanic that forces you to balance economic expansion against infected terrain that will actively try and reject your presence. This is going to be one of those games where you're going to try and break it through wild synergies, offering hundreds of branching tower upgrades ranging from nuclear payloads to bowling ball launches. Yeah, set to release sometime in March this year, Axom Conquest might be worth checking out if you love alien-infested tower defense titles. And if you don't like change and wanted to play something that you might have grown up playing way back in the day, what about Gemcraft? The upcoming Gemcraft Legacy Collection is a nostalgic tower defense compilation that finally brings the original 3 Flash era masterpieces, Chapter 1, Chapter 0, and Labyrinth, all together in a single polished package. It'll come with that signature gem crafting and combining system where you'll be forging magical gems and fusing them into higher ranks to slot into towers or traps for devastating elemental effects. The gameplay is famous for being difficult and strategy heavy, encouraging you to manage your mana pool, summon extra waves for bigger rewards, and grind out over 100 hours of content across hundreds of levels. The collection is aiming for a 2026 release and includes all the previous paid or exclusive content, now updated with 1080p support and Steam achievements. So maybe go check it out if you want to relive the classics or want to experience one of the tower defense games that made the genre so popular. Then up next, time for some first-person tower defense action where digging into the ground is part of the action. The Spotter Dig or Die is this digging simulator and tower defense hybrid where you play as a lone guardian stationed at a dilapidated Nevada gas station after the world has ended. The game is going to come with one of those day and night cycles. By day, you must go into these mines to scavenge for scrap and rare artifacts to repair a vital communications receiver, and at night, you must defend your bunker from glowing mutant hordes spilling out of the ruins of the Las Vagonos. Something that looks interesting is that you're going to have a lot of personal control, allowing you to not only automate your defenses with laser cannons and rocket launchers, but also personally man the main turret to turn the tide on high pressure waves. The Spotter Dig or Die is set for release sometime this year, and it might be interesting if you enjoy the digging simulation parts of things as well as some intense base defense action with games like 7 Days to Die. Now for a name that some of you might remember, up next is Sushi Cat Tower Defense. This looks to be a cute, colorful, and chaotic roguelike tower defense that reimagines the beloved Flash era mascot as a stationary hero defending against relentless waves of roguelike Sushi. It features a dynamic maze building system where you must place walls, cat-themed towers, and clever traps to physically reshape the battlefield and funnel enemies away from your hungry protagonist. The gameplay is going to be all about this feed to succeed loop, where you'll be destroying enemies, collecting sushi to feed the sushi cat, unlocking devastating abilities, and allowing you to draft boon cards to provide unique strategic modifiers for each run. Set to come out in March this year, Sushi Cat Tower Defense is recommended if you just want something a little bit more light-hearted in your life. And then for a game that came out recently and shows a lot of promise, it's Hold the Mine. Think Nine Kings, but with a bit more control. This is a tactical dwarf mining auto battler and roguelike survival game where you'll need to descend into the depths of a long-forgotten mine to gather precious resources by day and defend your gates by night. It comes with this cool expedition-based exploration system requiring you to optimize limited daily routes to mine specific blocks, all while uncovering blueprints for many different unique buildings and powerful relics. The game also focuses on synergy-driven defense, allowing you to free trapped heroes from necromancers to dragon hunters, and then enhance them with mysterious runes and exotic fruits to withstand relentless monster hordes. It came out in Feb and it's sitting with a very positive rating on Steam, although some people are waiting for more content. So if you are a fan of games like Dome Keeper or Nine Kings, well then Hold the Mine might just be for you. Then up next is for all my real-time strategy veterans out there that are big fans of games like Creeper World. Calyx is this tense sci-fi, almost suffocating RTS tower defense hybrid where you'll be overseeing a desperate mining colony on a barren planet, all while being swallowed by this relentless invasive alien vegetation. And like Creeper World, it's got this organic expansion mechanic from the enemy where these roots are coming at you slowly but surely, trying to choke the map and consume your infrastructure. In order to prune back this vegetation, the gameplay focuses on resource extraction. Then you need to build up a complex electrical network and deploy some heavy artillery. The game came out in early access in January, and so far it's sitting with very positive ratings on Steam. Right now it also comes with a 16 map campaign, a robust tech tree, and a procedurally generated skirmish mode. For fans of Creeper World or old school RTS fans wanting something familiar, maybe check out Calyx today. And then last but not least, it's time to catch them all with a game I was not expecting to be this fun. PokePath is, well, you guessed it, a Pokemon tower defense game, and it's free. Just a side note, it's not official or anything like that, so just be aware of that. At first I was like, it can't be that good, but then I started playing it while doing the script, and well, I lost a whole afternoon. You first choose your starting Pokemon and then place it down in that same nostalgic visual style that I enjoyed so much growing up. Destroying enemies gets you money, which you can then use to buy things, including a new random Pokemon. You can then move them around, which is very important in the beginning, but then you can also upgrade them, even give them special items, plus they even evolve. There are multiple levels, and the gameplay itself is very challenging. Plus you can play it directly on your browser, but I found the downloadable version a lot more polished. For a free game, you can't go wrong with PokePath, especially if you're a fan of the series, and my gosh, is it so addictive. But that wraps up my list. What did you think? I might have left out one or two, but I basically found most of these games on the Tower Defense subreddit, so I apologize if I missed out one or two, but please put them in the comment section, as well as which ones look great for you. As always, if you enjoyed the list, please don't forget to leave a like or subscribe, and a big thanks to my channel members, as you guys always mean so much to me. Other than that, it's Marco here from Easily Distracted Games, and as always, don't stop gaming.